feel that something is missing, even when surrounded by people. You might be in a relationship, with friends nearby, with family around, and still feel that silent weight in your chest, that strange absence, as if you were living behind glass, disconnected from the world and from yourself. This is not weakness. This is not common neediness. This is a deep sign, a muffled cry from your psyche, trying to alert you. You are distant from your own soul. Carl Jung called this inner emptiness, a kind of silent existential crisis that plagues the modern individual. He said that many of his patients did not show obvious clinical symptoms, but suffered from something more subtle and devastating: the loss of meaning, the collapse of connection with the inner symbolic world. And this inevitably reflects in your relationships. Because when you disconnect from yourself, you start to expect the other to fill the void you refuse to acknowledge. That's why bonds today seem so fragile, so easy to break, so full of frustrated expectations. People come together carrying needs they do not admit, projecting onto others what they lack internally. And when the other does not fulfill that role, when they do not heal the wound, do not fill the hole, do not meet the unconscious expectation, frustration, distance, and pain arise. The relationship collapses. But what crumbled there was not love. It was the fantasy. And this pattern repeats itself. You jump from relationship to relationship, or live within one that seems sterile, trying to reignite something that was never truly there. The problem is not with the people who crossed your path. It lies in what you have yet to recognize within yourself. It is in the shadow you have not integrated, in the inner feminine you reject, in the unconscious masculine you project. It is in your soul, forgotten and suffocated by a life that only looks outward. This video will not give you an easy answer, because there is no easy answer to such a deep question. But it can show you the path Jung proposed, the way back inside. Because as long as you continue seeking outside for the cure to a void that is internal, you will remain trapped in the cycle of dissatisfaction. What you feel is not trivial. It is your unconscious trying to wake you up. And the time has come to listen. If you are ready, follow me. Let's descend together to the most hidden layers of your psyche, because only there, in what you do not see, lies the key to what you feel. The most devastating psychological suffering of today is not explosive. It does not draw attention. It does not scream. It whispers day after day until the person becomes accustomed to the emptiness. You wake up, fulfill your obligations, talk to people, work, consume content, participate in social events. But all of this seems to be done by someone who is on autopilot. It's as if something is always absent, even when everything apparently is in place. This suffering has no name in traditional classifications of clinical psychology. It does not manifest with outbursts or visible collapses. It infiltrates slowly, silently, until life loses its flavor and shine. Carl Jung observed this phenomenon with disturbing clarity. In The Modern Man in Search of a Soul, he reveals that many of his patients, although they did not present any diagnosable mental disorder, carried within them a profound sense of emptiness and uselessness. And the most shocking part, these people were often successful, productive, functional in the eyes of society. They had stable careers, relationships, prestige, but felt deep down that they were disconnected from something essential. What was missing was not love. It was not money. It was not recognition. It was soul. The soul, in Jungian thought, is not an abstract or religious concept. It is the symbolic dimension of existence. It is what gives depth to living, allowing each experience, no matter how simple, to be felt in its entirety. When this dimension is neglected, life becomes a succession of tasks, obligations, and performance.